Greetings, guys. It's Kristie Howard with K-Factor Internet Marketing here to talk to you again about the auto recruiting platform. You know, the ARP, as they're calling it, ARP is getting such buzz right now in the internet marketing world. I felt compelled to come back and make a couple of videos because their sales strategy and a lot of the tactics that they're using in their marketing is really effective and ingenious, actually. You know, auto recruiting platform, one of the biggest differences about it and most other internet marketing tools out on the market right now is that they are capitalizing on SMS and text messaging and capturing cell phone numbers rather than relying on emails. Ingenious, because everything is going mobile. Everybody's telling you to get your mobile web page. Everything's going to the smartphone. Everybody wants to make sure that they can cater to users that are consuming their information over their mobile platform, over their smartphones. You know, um, I can run my business off of my Samsung. You know, if I needed to, I could run my business off of my Samsung. So mobile phones have really stepped it up, and people are using mobile phones and tablets, iPads, Kindles, and devices as such with Wi-Fi access to do more and more business tasks. So that's why it's become so important that we start to focus more so on things that are have a lot more staying power, such as a cell phone number. People are less apt to change their cell phone number than they are an email address. People throw away email addresses like they throw away, leftovers. It's like, oh, I can just go to Yahoo, Google, wherever and get another. If you have a domain hosting, you can have as many as you like a lot of the time. So email addresses are expendable. Cell phone numbers, not so much. People are more apt to change their physical address where they live than they are to change their cell phone number. So those numbers are have a lot of staying power. Those numbers tend to follow people. I look at things. My mother has had her home number. My mom has had her home number for, 20 something years now. She's had her cell phone number for about, I say probably about 12 years, for as long as she's had a consistent cell phone. So I believe that that's true because, for me, one of the biggest things with changing companies and so forth with cell phones and all that is, can I keep my number? That's of utmost importance that I keep my number. Why? Because so many people already know how to contact me using that number, and I don't want to lose that continuity with my client base, with my friends, with my family, with everyone that has ever contacted me via the cell phone. They have that number for me, and they know that no matter where I am, that number is good. So that's why that cell phone number becomes so tied to you. So auto recruiting platform capitalizes on that. And I wanted to say, guys, even if you're not going to invest in auto recruiting platform now, which depending on where you're at in your marketing career and where your team is and where your momentum is, maybe $250 a month for auto recruiting platform is either not in your budget or it's not the best thing for your business at your level. I determined that for me, I'm not ready for auto recruiting platform. I hope perhaps in a few months, by the end of the year, I'll be at that level where auto recruiting platform will be what's needed for me to take my business to the next level. But for right now, I just want to capitalize on a lot of the lessons that I learned just going through their sales funnel. And one of the things that I learned that I wanted to share with you was using an application. Ingenious. When people feel like they need to qualify for things, it seems a lot more exclusive, and people, I don't know, it encourages people. It makes them want to stay around. It gets their attention. I got to fill out an application. You mean I might not be accepted? It's not automatic. Something about that encourages people. It's a psychological trip that you put your clients, your customers on, and it seems to work to get them to stay around and to be more interested in what it is that you have to offer. Now, how can you do that? Well, you can do that absolutely for free. You don't need anything special. Go over here to JotForm. Now, jotform.com is a place where you can go and you can get free forms online, make your own free web forms. And I'm going to just pull up one of mine. Here is my K-Factor Internet Marketing Social Media Marketing application. And I use this application for Craigslist, and all I did was build it out. And you can see here, let me make it bigger. First name, last name, phone number. Then you want to ask if it's okay to text to this number. Very important, because you definitely don't want to alienate or piss off your subscribers by texting to them, and you find out either they don't have unlimited text. Who doesn't have unlimited text these days? Usually older people. They don't have unlimited text, or what they've given you is a landline. Who has a landline these days? Usually older people. But anyway, email, Facebook ID, Twitter ID. I like to connect with my people over social media. Why? Because it's a lot less intimidating for them. You know, to call someone on the phone, cold call them on the phone, or to even sometimes to email them after just getting an application or just getting a hit back on a squeeze page can be a little intimidating, and sometimes maybe even be conceived as abrasive for some of your clientele. So one of the less evasive, less brutal, very casual ways to connect with people is to first connect with them on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. So I like to capture that, and I like to first target and grab a hold of my people that I get in from either Craigslist or whatever your lead source is. I like to pull them in through social media. It's a nice, unaggressive way to introduce yourself to people in a non-invasive way that they can kind of, look through your window and shop. What has Kristie got going on? What does she do? Who is this woman? And that way you can give them time to learn about you at their own speed. And when they're ready to talk, you'll see, because they'll start liking things on your wall. They'll start commenting. Or maybe you even give them a gentle push by sending them a little message over Facebook. That's still a lot less aggressive than sometimes getting someone on a phone call. So social media is a great way to pull your leads in. Go ahead, connect with them, grab a hold of them, and now you can start to nurture a relationship with them. Now, next thing you see on here is full-time or part-time, a skills assessment. It's really important when you're trying to build a marketing team. You're doing internet marketing, you're trying to build a downline. It's very important that you accurately assess the skill sets of the people that you're talking to. You want to know if you're talking to someone who's been using a computer for 2 days versus 2 years. Big difference there. And you need to decide when you're talking to this person and the things that you're going to try to recruit them for, the programs, that the programs are appropriate for that person's skill level. You don't want to put someone in a program that's highly technical, that's going to require a lot of technical knowledge for them to be successful or to master, and they don't have the technical background or skill set to do it. A lot of people will say, oh, this program is easy as pie, and if you can cut and paste, you can do it. And a lot of times that's really oversimplifying things. So take an honest assessment of what it takes to be successful in your particular program or whatever it is that you're trying to recruit people for, and then make sure that you get the people with the necessary skill sets in there. Now, if you meet someone who doesn't have a huge technical background and your program is a little too technical for them, don't feel like, oh man, Kristie, you're telling me to pass up a sale. You are doing that person an injustice. Okay? You're doing that person a disservice and injustice if you put them into a program that you know they're going to have a very difficult time coming up to speed and making money in. If you know that technically they're not there yet, maybe you go find another program that's a little bit easier that you can sponsor them into, or you refer them to another colleague, maybe even another downline person. Now, how does that make you look as a leader if you can take a sale and transfer it to another colleague that may be a customer for you in the future, or to a downline that's going to be also grateful and appreciative and loyal to you for the rest of your marketing career for giving them that one sale? Think about it, folks. It's not worth it. Don't put people into things that you know that they're not fit for, or that you feel they're going to have a difficult time with. Of course, you can't stop them from joining if they absolutely want to join, but just explain it to them and then leave the choice up to them. They will be so grateful to you for it, and that'll show that you have some integrity, and people can really appreciate that. I know I can appreciate that. So, I asked them also here in my application, do you have a computer, internet access, and a smartphone with camera? Those are things that are very important in the tools that I use to build my business, and I think that it would be extremely difficult for anyone who does not have a computer and internet access to be you can't be successful in this industry without those things. Smartphone with camera, you can get away without having it, but it certainly helps to have that, to be mobile, to be able to do Instagram, to be able to do Facebook posts on the go, to be able to, snap pictures or take video while you're on the road and you don't have a physical laptop with you. You want to make sure that the people that are joining are equipped with the things that they need, or that they have the financial ability to go out and get those things if not. So that's why these questions are very important for you to know. And you can see I've got there, thanks for your application, and submit. Now sometimes you can add a little bit more questions on here, like what's your income level and things of that nature. I have that on some of my forms. And the good thing about JotForm is that the base level of the program is free, right? Let's go to pricing. So the base level is free. It's absolutely free, and for that you can get up to 100 monthly subscribers to your form before you have to start paying anything. You get 100 megabytes of free space. That's the space where they're going to save the entries to your form. But you don't have to even worry about that, because this form integrates with Aweber, GetResponse, something monkey, those autoresponders. This system integrates with those autoresponders. So you don't have to necessarily depend on JotForm to hold your data, because they do integrate with Aweber. But the thing is that when you have those extra questions on there that are not going to be available for Aweber to hold, you will want to get those extra questions from JotForm database that you're going to get automatically from making the form. So also here you have the premium plan, which is the $9. So for $10 a month, you can get up to 1,000 subscribers, 10 gig of space, and 3 sub-user accounts, which is awesome. That's the plan that I use right now, is the $9 plan. The economy plan, 10,000. I'm not at that level. I don't have thousands and thousands of people each month. 1,000 people a month is way enough for me right now. I'll be glad when I can say I need the $10,000 a month plan, but I'm not there. So for most people, I think the $9.95 plan will probably fit and scale for some time for your business with 1,000 subscribers per month. So I'm Kristie Howard. That's a little bit of information about some of the things that I've taken and learned from just going through the auto recruiting platform funnel and incorporating them into my business, like pulling a cell phone number and asking some more asking questions that are more thought-provoking, just the application process, in general, to categorize your leads, to capture those leads, to categorize those leads, assess what that person's skill set is, learn what's most important to them, income levels and so forth, and help you just to be a better leader for your downline, for your team, and for the people that you're going to be helping drive to success. So I'm Kristie Howard with K-Factor Internet Marketing, and these are my marketing tips for today. Please subscribe to my station. Click the links below. Hook up with me on Facebook. I would love, 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 love to see you on Facebook, and tell me that you found me from YouTube. That would be awesome. I'd love to hear about it. But happy Friday to you, and I hope to see you soon. Be safe.